Oh.
So I answered it. Would you stop ringing? I don't know why it does that.
It's still ringing?
There, it just stopped. But yes, it will still ring. I can't see you, but if I,
For some reason it's saying my camera is not detected, so I don't know what the deal is there because the camera is built into the computer.
I guess that's fine, right? As long as it's working. I think
Yeah.
maybe we should we should see how we do on this assignment, and then maybe afterwards we could try to go and figure Zoom out if we all have enough time. It just depends on what you guys have planned. I know that I probably need to get off by 11, so that's here in 2 hours, but I'm not sure if you or Kylie or Jennifer has something else to do before then.
I don't. My kids will be showing up though because they have a half day today, so it'll just be noisy maybe.
Okay, so we're just waiting on Jen, but I think we can go ahead and get started or whatever.
Yeah, I've already started.
Have
Um,
you?
I'm on step 3, the second table in step 3, but having a hard time figuring out what I'm supposed to put across the top.
All right, let me look at it. I haven't looked
Well,
at it.
just go ahead and get going on from the beginning, and then when you get there.
Well, I already did step 1 and step 2.
Okay.
I'm actually
Question on step 2.
okay.
Because my colors were coming out all colors of the rainbow, even though I was just selecting red, yellow, and green. So I
Well,
don't know if maybe my filter is as to what it's supposed to pick up.
no, I think so. Let's go, if you don't mind, let's go back to step 2 and let's highlight it again. And then
Okay.
let's go to manage. And let me show you why I think it showed manage rules on that one. And then let's go to edit rules once we get there. So I went in and I changed my colors to a dark red, a dark yellow, and a green so that it's not so. But even once you do that, if you look at the preview and if you listen to what he says, it's a gradient.
Uh-huh.
So that means that it's going to like fade once. So unless it's like really at the lowest value, it's
Uh-huh.
going to fade up into like the orangish yellow color
Okay.
every time it goes up. At least from my understanding, that's what he's saying in the video. That's what gradient is. It's a fade from one color to another.
Okay.
I think it's right. I think that's how it's supposed to be. Because at first I was just like, why is it doing that? Because I wanted it to be just green, just yellow, and just red.
Right. Right.
But I don't see how you'll change that. And again, based off what he's saying, because yeah, it says format style 3-color scale, which
Uh-huh.
we have that.
And then do you have your type for the minimum, just lowest value? Is it just the default, the lowest value percentile and highest value?
Correct. I just have the and then I left it because he said we could leave it on the default. And
Okay.
so I left it at lowest value, highest value, but my midpoint is saying 50.
Yeah, that's what mine says too.
I wonder if we should change if we change that, but because it should be the lowest and the highest value, and then the midpoint would be 50 in the middle.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So that's what I got. I'm not sure if I was going to message him and just make sure. But yeah, I don't like because part of mine is like a bluish color, and I kind of
Yeah.
want it just red, yellow, and green.
Right. That's mine is the same way.
I don't
So
know. I guess we can like play with it really
I
quick.
tried like just doing the highs, the highest percentiles, the highest 33 be green and the lowest 33 be red, and I could get that, but I couldn't get the yellow to be the middle range.
Even when you put mid.
Well, when you do the high and low, there's no option to do a
Oh
mid.
yeah, you can't get the yeah. You're right.
So unless there's like a formula that we can create to do it, but I actually forgot to watch the video associated with this one. So if he said that the gradient is the way it's supposed to look, then I guess.
It's really short if you want to watch it really quick. It's 2 minutes.
Yeah, I'll do that real quick, just so
that we can make sure, so that I can make sure you have the same understanding as me, so that in case I interpret it wrong or something.
Okay, I'll mute it so you don't have to listen to it again.
Okay, sounds good.
Hello.
Hey, Jennifer.
Hey.
Hey, I decided to call just because I always feel like it's quicker than me having a text. But we decided that maybe we should go ahead and get started on Google Hangouts. And then once we kind of finish the project, then we could all go into Zoom and see what we need to do so that we can have our next meeting. I was telling Ginger that I don't have to get off until 11, so I have like an hour and 45 minutes. I'm not sure. And she said that, you know, she would be okay with that. She could stay on until then. Not saying it's going to take us that long, but do you have anything planned this morning in the next 2 hours?
No, I'm good for a while.
Okay, so maybe we could go do the project and then go in and see what's going on.
Then we can get that done.
Did you get the invite on Google Hangouts?
I have the one on here, but it looks like it's one of the ones I can't join. Are you guys just on a regular one, or are you guys trying to do a recording?
I think it's a recorded one. Let me make sure. And I think it's recorded. And I found what I think what we probably have to do. So it will not let me join if I am not already logged into Google Hangouts on the page waiting for the call on my MacBook. But if I'm on the page and I get the call when it comes in and I click answer, then I can join. So maybe, I wonder if it'll work for you like that.
Let me close that in.
But I guess we would have to call you again.
Yeah.
Let me ask Ginger. Ginger? I'm not sure if she can hear me. Hey, Ginger? Okay. Maybe I'll have to check.
Hi, sorry.
Oh, no, you're fine. Can you call Jennifer again? I think that we have to be on the page when you call us in order to answer on our MacBooks.
Well, I sent her the invite.
Right. Can you, if you go up to the top and you invite her again? So if you go.
Yeah, I just did again for a second time.
Okay. Jennifer, did you get that?
Yeah, but I'd answered it not on the Hangouts, and it wasn't coming. It wasn't working. So.
It's not working?
So I'm on Google Hangouts. Can I just click the thing, or does she actually have to call me in order to do this?
You should just be able to click it. I mean, do you see it where it says answer, or does it ring on your end?
If you click it and then click on the little camera icon, that should take you into the call.
Well, that's the problem that we have, Ginger, is that we can't do that. When we click on the camera, it takes us to the call, but it says please wait, so we can't join. But when she calls you, do you see like a button that says answer and does it ring for you, Jennifer?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so when you click enter, does it take you to the call?
It did, but it still had me sitting on it. But I was also on my Gmail. I wasn't on the Google Hangout.
Yeah, it does. Do you want to log into Google Hangouts and we can try again?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's so complicated. I think MacBook sometimes because Google, you know, I don't know. It's
Yeah.
just
That's all I got to do right now.
no.
Okay. I'm on Hangout. Whenever you guys can call me.
Ginger, I'm sorry. Can you call again? I would, but I can't since I'm not
Oh,
the.
it's totally fine. For some reason, when I type in Jennifer's name, it comes up automatically as one of my contacts, but whenever I try and type in yours, it doesn't.
Yeah, I'm probably not in your circle. So
Yeah, mine does that too.
yeah, if I'm not in your circle, then it's not going to come up. You would have to add me to your
Okay.
circle.
Let's do that.
Yay! Okay.
Okay, yeah, that works. That's fine.
So Jennifer, I think that's what we're gonna have to do is we'll probably have to log into Google Hangouts like 5 minutes before our meeting time so that we're actually waiting for the call, unfortunately.
Which is fine if that works. We can just keep doing it this way then.
Yeah, because if it's easier.
Yeah. We all know how to use it. I just have to be on in order for it to happen.
Yeah, for some reason, my camera is not detected, so you won't see me. FYI.
I
Hey,
just see a picture.
Jen, I have a question. We both do. So, have you started the project already?
Yeah, I'm only on step like 4 or something.
Well, you're ahead of us. Yeah. So, on the step 2, when you do the formatting of the colors, the red, green, and yellow, does yours like fade, like gradient fill?
Let me go back and double check. Mine is full, but what did you guys click on? I did conditional formatting color scales.
Yeah, mine is like a whole array of different shades of red, green, and yellow. Is that what yours is as well?
Yeah, they're different shades depending on how close they are to the.
Right. Okay. Because he said it's going to be a gradient, and so it fades. Okay. We just want to make sure that was right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I have too. Pretty sure that should be good.
Well, guys, if we get it wrong, then we're in this together.
Yeah.
Right. We're all together.
Okay. I'm only on step 3. You said you're already on step 4.
No, I'm on. I don't even know what I'm on. I think I'm step 3 too.
Okay.
Yeah, where I'm doing all the tables because that one's long.
Yeah. Have you done the second table yet, Jennifer?
No, I haven't even done the first one yet.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, I think I get nervous because I'm trying to rush and do it instead of like thinking through it. When like when I take the exams, I'm able to like think through it and slow myself down.
Right. You can take as many days or as much time as you need to do.
Well, I think just because I'm trying to like rush since we only have a short period to meet together. But I'm going to try to calm down and take my time today.
All right. Sounds good. I'll let you know when I get to table 2 if you had a question about it. Or...
Yeah, I just can't figure out to do the totals across the top. What filter?
Let me do
what,
this one. I'll let you know.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks, guys.
Oh, so you'll have to go in once you do sales price. You're going to have to go in and click that down arrow like you showed us in the video. And then you have to go to field settings.
Yeah, I just figured it out. So yeah, I had to move the sales price down into values area, the values square, and then do the down button and hit sum. And then I did it again, drag sales price down to the values area and clicked that down arrow and then selected average. So that pulled up the two columns that it was wanting.
Right. See, we got this.
Like you said, we just have to like stop and kind of think it through instead of trying to rush it.
Yeah, and I think that that's our problem because we obviously all, understand it. It's just I think we try to like hurry. Yeah, so and then you're gonna pull it, you're gonna put it up. Once you average the values, then you'll take them up to because it's going across the top. So we'll have to move them up.
Well, mine, because I had already put in the store, the make and model in the rows section. When I put the sum of the cells and the average of the cells into the values, it automatically moved the values up into the columns for me. So I didn't have to manipulate it in any way.
So this is how mine is reading. I'm not sure if it's, so it has the row labels and it has average sale price as one column and then sum of sale prices as a second. So there should only be two columns, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if it matters the order. I put the sum first and then the average.
I put the average and then the sum, but I think,
I don't think it matters as long as the information is there.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think so either. I do see this as total sales and an average. So yours is probably a little, but I'm sure I think I could just go and move that down and it'll change it.
Yeah, just change the order. Right, exactly. It'll flip.
Yeah, I like this one. Okay, because I'm getting it.
Don't speak too soon.
I know, right? We're only on the second table.
So sorry, I'm gonna make you guys go back. What did you guys do did you make a separate row for each month when you did the monthly totals?
For the month?
January, February, March, yeah.
If you just go up to, once you do the pivot table, if you put month in the columns label, it'll do that.
Oh, it'll automatically.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't have to do any extra calculations. It just does it.
Right, it just does it. It's
okay.
And I'm not sure if Ginger did, but what I did was I put month in the columns label, and then the rows label I put make and model, and then in my values I put sales by month.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I guess that is a way to do it. So in my values, I put count of buyer. Because we're counting the number, right? Or is it, maybe I misread what we're supposed to put there?
Well, because it says calculate the sales for each month.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I was putting it as like the number of cars sold instead of the sales price. You're right then. I'm glad that you guys brought this up.
No, you're fine.
I was trying to do it on the other sheet. I was like, this seems like a lot of calculations that I don't think I should have to do. Okay.
Ooh, but the second one is sales by inventory. So inventory should be in there somewhere. Let me see. Calculate the sales.
Well, it's asking for sales, I think it's wanting the sales price because it's wanting to average the sales price.
Well, because then on 3 it says create a filter so that we can narrow down the summary to show A, only new, B, only used, or C, all inventory. So I guess we just have to go and put filter and put inventory.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Okay.
So I just, in the filters, just drag inventory down, and then it'll create a drop-down menu just above the table that you.
Oh, okay, I see it. And then we can just select it, right? Whatever they want to do. Okay.
Right.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. See? Okay, now 3. And in the video, he said we could just copy the first table and paste it. I keep pasting it.
Yeah, I just tried to do that because I know he said to do it, but then it wasn't reading it like a pivot table, so I don't know.
No?
I just copy and pasted it wrong essentially. I don't know. I just made a new one because it was easier.
Gender, is that just the salesperson or the buyer?
Which one are you looking at?
Table 3, it says gender should be labeled across the top. Calculate the number of buyers. Okay, so maybe it's buyers.
Yeah, I would say for the buyer.
Okay. How do you get gender out of buy? I mean, it's still not coming up as gender.
Let me look.
Maybe I can click the down arrow and then field settings. No, it's not doing it.
I'm having an issue on the prior table I'm trying to fix. So I'll get to that when I have a second.
You're fine. No rush.
So for the second table, you guys did in a column, you did the sales price and you changed it to be average.
So we did, in the second column, we did inventory in the report filter. And then in the column labels, I have, so yeah, report filter is inventory. And then row labels, it's make, model, store. And then in values, you have the sum of sales and then average sales. And we did that by just dragging sales price down. And then if you click on the little down arrow, once you drag sales price down to values, I think it's called field something, or yeah, value field settings. And you can change the first one to the sum. and then you have to drag sales price down again, and you click the down again into values. You click the down arrow and you change it to average.
Oh, okay. I was putting them in the wrong one. That's
Does that make sense?
I think so, but it's not letting me do the same filter. It's telling me, because you said you did inventory as your filter.
Mm-hmm.
It told me I can't overlap it or something like that. Pivot table report cannot overlap another pivot table report.
Are you dragging it down to where it's not where you have enough? Because inventory is going to go up to spaces above, so you need enough space between your pivot tables. I'm doing 3 rows between.
Oh, I gotcha.
Maybe that's why it's saying you can't.
Because I just have 1 row in between them. All right. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm just calculate the number of buyers by gender for each make and model.
Is that the third one?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to get.
I'm sorry. What's the trick to adding the third pivot table without having to go? Do you have to go back and highlight the sales data again? I forgot how I did it already.
You can go back and just copy your first pivot table.
Okay.
Oh, it does give us gender under buyer. Okay. So somehow we should be able to go and do the drop down arrow, maybe, or the drop down arrow. Maybe if I take it down to values, it'll allow me to do it by gender. It doesn't.
All right, now I'm with you. Hold on. Let's see. Calculate the number of buyers by gender for each make and model. Gender should be labeled across the top. Make and model should be down the side. Okay, rows, make, model, buyer. Did you put buyer in the columns? I put buyer in the columns, and then it gave me 2 columns, one with female and one with male.
So I have buyer in my columns label.
Uh-huh.
And oh, dang it. Are you serious? I'm done. I'm sitting here looking for this like a little maniac, and it already has it. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm done. Okay, anyway, so by make and model, gender should be labeled across the top, model should be labeled down the side. Create 2 filters so we can summarize the data according to whether the cards are new or used, the store in which the cards was purchased. So we just put store and then inventory, right?
Did you put inventory for your value?
I'm just on that part. I thought so.
Because we need to calculate the numbers of buyers per make and model of car by gender.
Maybe. Let me go and look. Oh, yeah, that's it. You
Okay.
put inventory and values, and then filters, inventory, and store. Although I'm gonna move this down some.
Yeah, were you able to move yours down? Because when I tried to move mine, that was the problem I was having on the second one. I was trying to just add some rows in between and it wouldn't let me. It said that there's the pivot table there and the pivot table couldn't be moved.
Huh. No, it won't let me, but for some reason, that's weird. When I pull the little down arrow, it's continuing to calculate. I guess it's continuing to calculate based off of, I don't know. It's weird. It won't let me move it down. Yeah, you're right. I want to move it down. And then step 4, it says, or step 5, tables are created and placed below each other. The column midway may automatically fit to the latest table created. So after complete it, make sure your columns widths are appropriate size. Huh, I wonder if we can, and it won't let you add a row either?
No.
Yet. Am I gonna have to go and do this table all the way over?
Are you guys like right clicking and adding one, or are you?
That's what I was trying to do. Yeah.
I was gonna say mine worked. I'm trying to think of, because you have like a space in between them, right? Or are they right on top of each other?
See, mine, I was trying to erase a row across because it has a break in between where I put in my filter, and I just don't want that there. But I guess I'm just going to leave it because I'm not going to over again.
And what mine is doing is the grand total on the second one, and then my inventory and store, the filters, it's automatically under it. And I wanted it to be separated so that you can tell, you know, that it's for each pivot table instead of all together, if that makes sense.
Well, if you highlight the inventory row, if that's the top of your pivot table, I'm just realizing, and then put insert, it should insert a row above inventory for you. It's just if you have like a blank row in between my filters and then the table, it won't let you change that, won't let you delete it or insert any additional rows.
Oh, it just did. Okay, thank you. Yeah, it worked.
So I think if you're trying to add rows within the table, it's not going to let you, or delete rows. But if you can get it in between two tables, it should work.
Okay. I'm going to just start leaving myself like at least 4 spaces or something. I don't know. And I haven't put like, well, because we also have to title each one. So I guess I need to insert another. Are you guys titling as you go?
I was, but I'm not going to anymore because
okay. I'm not either. Okay, I'm just gonna wait to the end.
Because that was the issue I had on the second one, was that the filters ended up above the title. And so I was like, I don't want it to look that way because I want it on top.
Okay, good.
All right, so we got the gender one done. What store? Okay. I guess that's why they have the title as the third step, so that it won't be in the way when you add those filters.
Oh, really? It's for the table as salesperson. Huh. Location. Let me see where that. Oh, it's under store. Okay.
I don't know if you guys noticed this or not, but you can change the titles in the value field settings. So it says total sales and stuff like that.
Oh, cool.
I have noticed
That's awesome.
And the what?
when you do the down arrow and to select the value field settings, like when you're doing the sum or the average or whatnot, you can change the title that's going to be in the cell.
Uh-huh.
It says custom name, because it'll default to like sum of sales price. And so I just put in total sales instead, you know.
Yeah.
It makes more sense that way.
So on number 4, I have in my row column store and salesperson.
Uh-huh.
And then because we're calculating, it says the number of cars sold and the total sold.
Yeah.
So that's going to be
I did buyers in the value to get the count. And then I did the sum of the sales.
price.
Uh-huh.
And I just want to make sure. So in the first one, or I'll just for Idaho Falls, so you have 193 buyers.
Let's see. I don't, because I did it by 193 buyers total. Because then you have your salespeople there, right, with the breakdown too.
Right. So the count is 193 buyers, and the sum of the sale price is like that huge number, like 447,032,65.
Yeah.
You said you don't. What did you do? I'm sorry. Different.
Mine came out.
I have so it says Idaho Falls, and then it has the salespeople, Bob, Harry, Joe, Mary, and Sally, and then the Idaho Falls total underneath there of the numbers that you just gave me.
Mine is on top. My count.
Maybe you need to flip the order.
Are we supposed to? I mean, is it?
Well, it just says first, it says calculate the number of cars sold by each salesperson each store and the total dollars sold by each person in each store. So I'm thinking it's looking for the breakdown first and then the store's total. Oh no, but it does say number of cars sold and total dollars sold should be labeled across the top. Yeah, that's the label, right. And location and salesperson should be down the side.
Right.
Yeah.
So it should be Idaho Falls 193, and then under that should have the right.
Yeah, I mean, my interpretation of what it says with number of cars sold and total dollars sold should be labeled across the top of the table. I interpret that as that's the label, that not necessarily the totals should be up there, but because that's not clear, I don't think it matters. I think as long as we have, because you have the little dash next to Idaho Falls where you can close out.
Yeah.
Well, how are you getting, how did you get your totals at the bottom?
Because the values, I think, is where that comes into play. In that box, I have the buyer listed first, and then the total sales.
Yeah, I have count. So I have that. I have count of buyer listed first, and then sum of sales listed second.
Okay, and what do you have in your columns box?
I have values. What do you have there?
I have values as well.
And
then rows, you have just store and salesperson?
Correct.
That's weird that yours would end up on top.
Yeah, I have nothing on the reporter filter, but on my row labels, I have store and then salesperson. In the columns label, I have values, and then in the values section, I have count of buyer and then sum of sales.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know why it just defaulted like this for me this way. So
okay, maybe that doesn't matter then.
Yeah.
Okay, put a title above. Okay, I'm not doing titles at all yet.
Jennifer, were you trying to say something? Did you have a question?
No, sorry, I'm good. I got
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Total sales wage portion. Okay, I just want to make sure on number 5 that you guys get the filter is store, the row label, salesperson, inventory, values is sum of sales.
Which one are you on, table 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still working on that one.
Okay, sorry.
It's okay.
That's what I have though.
Do you have it, Jennifer?
Yeah, that's the same thing I have. So row labels, it starts with and then new, used, and then I filtered by store.
Right. So in the filter, you have store, row labels, you have salesperson, inventory, values, you have sum of sales. And
yeah, I changed the title to be total dollars sold just because that's what it said on the other one. So it's the same. But
So how do you change the title? So if I go
I
down,
just click in the cell and retype over it. So where it says your
Yeah.
where's it?
just your blue title, you can just click in there and retype whatever you want it to say.
And then in columns label, do you have month?
I don't have anything columns label. Am I supposed to have something?
I mean, it doesn't tell us, but I just thought it would. It sums it up a little better, but maybe we're not supposed to. Maybe it's just supposed to be. So you have two columns, which is the row columns, which is the people like Anne, new use, and then the sum of her sell prices.
Yeah, that's all I have.
Okay.
And then there's just a filter by store, right? On that fifth table.
Correct.
Yeah.
6-1 table and graph. Oh, this is where we have to do a table and graph. Okay.
Come inside. Come inside, Ollie. Ollie, come here. Good girl.
I feel like the average age of the 3 makes of cars. Okay. I'm sorry, but I just want to make sure this is right, and I'm sorry if
Hi.
but for the sixth one, I have it says calculate the age of the buyers, the average buyer. So do you have just the 3 makes, so Ford, Honda, Toyota with the ages, which is 45, 48, and 51?
Yeah, I left 1 decimal on it, but actually my ages are 44.6, 48.1, 50.7.
Yeah, I just rounded it down because the average age is gonna be like it would be like a whole. But okay, all right. I just wanted to make sure that it's just 2 things.
Yeah, just the rows and the average age.
And then put a title and then create a column graph. I'm kind of like, we've been doing the calculations the hard way this entire time. And then we get to this, and I'm like, oh, this is a lot better.
This is so much easier.
Yeah.
I know, this hasn't been bad at all for how much steps there are.
No, because we're usually like still working. I mean, well, and I'm not saying that we're done, but you know.
Yeah, but we're a lot closer than we usually.
To do the graph or the column graph, did you just highlight the entire or did you highlight it by column?
I entired the whole thing, but now I can't change the title and stuff. So
Yeah, and then I did the same thing, and then I went and just highlighted the Ford, Honda, Toyota, and then the totals to the right, and it's still pulling those titles in, putting like the average.
And you can't like change it?
yeah, which he wants you to change it.
Label filters. No.
Right.
Format chart area. Let's see. Ah, I found it. So if you click on where it says average age, average of buyer's age, you right click on that, and now that it went away since I deleted it, and there should be an option. It says hide access filled buttons on chart.
Oh yeah.
But,
Okay, perfect.
anyway.
Awesome. Thank you.
I thought there was some way that we could link the title to the title. Is it not a way that we can link the title and the chart to the title over, or do we have to type it all?
I just typed it in.
I remember we did one thing and we could link it. I just forget what it was. I guess it doesn't matter.
I wonder if because it's a pivot table, it might operate differently.
Maybe.
I'm not sure.
What would you say? Vehicle make or like makes a vehicle or?
Yeah, vehicle make probably. Vehicle make and model, that would usually be the way you'd say it.
Before when the boss comes.
How can I can't get to add a title across the x-axis?
You should be able to just go into your chart. And I mean, I don't know, our computers are probably a little different. Mine is like really old, so you have a nicer, newer one, I'm sure. But on mine, when I go into the chart, I can go up. If I click on the chart, I can go up and it gives me different options. Or you can go to format. What about you, Jennifer? Do you have a newer computer? Maybe.
I just click on the chart, and then mine has a little like plus sign or a little paintbrush next to my chart.
Okay.
And then you can click the plus sign, and the plus sign will give you, I think it's access titles.
I've always seen that and never bothered to click on what it does.
That's a really nice shortcut to be able to do that because it's not opening it on the side like it usually does because it's such a big chart for some reason.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What the heck? Oh, it just deleted everything.
Just do the back button.
Oh, thank you.
So on number 4, did you guys just do a min and a max function, or?
I haven't gotten there yet. I'm still working on my chart, but I'll let you get there.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry, what did you say, Jennifer?
Yeah, that's all I did. I just did a min and a max. I put highest and lowest labels on, and then. Are you chicken?
And it's the car price, so you just went back to the sales data?
Yeah, and pulled that last row or column for both of them.
Okay. Did you get 34,910 for the high?
34th. Yeah. Nice.
Okay. Words, okay. Make sure the numbers are formatted correctly for the type of data being shown. Do not include any decimal points. Oh, so yeah, no decimals.
Yeah, I have to go back and fix all that.
Okay, I guess I have to go back and do some maintenance work.
Sorry, I'm probably going to ask the same question that you guys were just talking about in number 4. Just do did you just do a calculation for the max and the min?
Yeah, so you can just go back to the cell. If you do, I did awards and then highest price car, lowest price car, and then the cell under, if you just put equal max and go back to the sales data, it's just the last column.
Perfect, thank you.
You are welcome.
But we don't have to associate who got the award, the salesperson?
Not from what it's saying. It just says on number 4, when the boss comes, yeah, just, oh,
Yeah.
it says award for the salesperson who sold the highest part.
He even said in the video that we don't have to do it. So
Okay.
Oh, okay.
by reading it, it would make me feel like we needed to, but he said
Right.
no.
Okay, perfect.
I didn't finish watching the video. The last couple of seconds I didn't, at least, or whatever, last minute.
Yeah, that video was at least short, which is nice.
Yeah.
I'm just going back through some of my data. I want to make sure I didn't screw this one up on table. Gosh, it's buyer demographics. It's like my 3rd or 4th table. I have the female, male, and then the grand total. For Toyota, I only have 1 person bought it. That seems right.
So you have the female male.
Yeah.
Let me go.
It's my 1, 2.
Okay,
Like
yeah.
my
So for the female male, it looks like for a Ford I have, or the grand total for Ford is 73. Honda I have 189. Toyota I have 134, and the grand total is 396.
Okay, I messed that up hardcore then because I have like 15 and 60 as my numbers. So what did I do?
Those are mine as well.
Really?
Oh, you have that too.
Yeah, I have the same numbers as you, Crystal.
Oh, it's Crystal.
I was just like, what did I do again?
I thought you were saying it's me, and I was like, wait.
Well, do you have your filter set to show all in the inventory in the store?
Oh, no, I do not. That would do it. Okay, let me try that. I had it just on
You
used.
go and rack your brain and
Okay,
not
yes, thank you. I would have like moved everything around. Yeah,
I
so
know.
73, 189.
Calculated the table.
Yeah, right. Okay, thank you. One just didn't seem like it could be right, but I was unused, so that would.
So
What's that?
I have a question. Are you guys, because it's saying that he wants the numbers the way that they should be, the data should be shown. So how did you do like a comma or something for, instead of just leaving the totals just all together?
Yeah,
I'm going back through and I'm doing, I'm making them, if it's a number, I'm making them a currency format.
yeah.
To just do currency. Okay, thank you.
And get rid of your decimal points because you say,
Yeah. Oops.
I'm having to make my tables bigger, or my columns, the width.
yeah, me too. So I'm glad he made us go back through. Or not.
You guys don't know how happy I am that usually once we finish meeting together, I am literally working on these assignments for another like 3 hours.
Right.
Same.
But I'm
that
just
we actually finished.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, just excited that we actually finished. Yeah.
Yeah, because I need to go to the store. Like, we're out of water and everything. My husband's like, are you gonna go buy groceries and stuff today?
Depends on how my project goes.
And that's what I tell him. I'm like, well, it depends.
Yeah,
by the video, it looked like this was going to be easy. I was like, oh, I'm not going to say that though, because then it's going to be hard.
yeah, you're gonna think that.
I don't want to be surprised. Like, yes, it was easier than I thought.
On Tuesday, when we were done meeting, I was a little bit overwhelmed, and I was totally stuck, and I was just like, okay, I got to step away from this. And then when I sat down to do it yesterday afternoon to finish it, it was just like I got it done in like half an hour. I'm like, why couldn't I do this before?
Well, it's like I said, what I found is that when we're on and we're trying like to rush and like do every step, I don't think we're actually
reading through it and making sure.
Right. Just because, yeah, I did the exact same thing, Ginger. I went and I was just like, oh, it makes sense. Like, the formulas just made sense of what I should do and stuff. But, yeah.
Yeah, depends on my day, too. Some days I can seem to get things, and other days it's like, nope. Or it's too early. I'll do it later.
Yeah.
It helps that it's actually at 8 now for me, because it was 7 o'clock earlier, and I would, like, wake up, eat breakfast, and get on, and I'd be like, yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Not quite functioning yet.
Yeah, definitely.
I can say that I love it. I really do love our group. I feel like.
Yeah, no, you guys are great.
Yeah, definitely. I'm glad. I was worried. I'm always worried with group projects. You just never know.
I know, right? Okay.
Like, I hope I get good
The one that does all the work.
Hey, bud, I'm almost done. I'm almost done. Hold on.
All right, I think I'm all finished.
Yes. Me too.
All right, I'll send you guys the link from the meeting. Thanks for
Yes.
your help today.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Guys.
Bye.